Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an emerald green makeup look for you. So right now I am just combing up all the hairs in my eyebrows, then taking that duo glue and putting on my eyebrows to lay the hairs down and make sure they stay in place while I fill them in. So now I'm going to fill my eyebrows in with an eyebrow pencil. I believe this is an Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I'm not sure what color it is at the moment, but I will write everything down in the description bar below. So my eyebrows are already really full, so I don't really need to add much to them, but I like to fill them in just a little bit because it gives it an even, crisp, clean look, and it makes both of them look, the same. So now I'm brushing that in, making sure they look nice and even. And I'm going to add my L'Oreal concealer to clean the brows underneath, as you see me doing right here. I like to do this because it really makes that eyebrow crisp and clean and gives it the shape that is to die for. Okay, honey? So once I clean the eyebrows up, I take that concealer and blend it all the way down over my lid because I'm going to use that as a base for my eyeshadow. So you see me taking that brush and I'm about to blend that concealer down so I won't have any harsh lines when I'm trying to put on my foundation after I put on my eyeshadow. So after I finish doing the first initial blend of the concealer down onto my lid, I tap a little bit more on there so that I can make sure I have a really good base for my eyeshadows when I decide to put them on. Having a good base for your eyeshadow ensures that you get the color payoff that you're looking for and that everything looks nice and smooth. Once I make sure that my base is nice and smooth, I go into the P. Louise palette and I'm going to go into Latte to put down first, kind of like a crease shade, but it's more of a blending shade. And I'm going to take that brush and just tap that brown and blend it really good so that once I go into my next color, it's a smooth transition. Blend, guys. You got to make sure that color is blended. I'm checking to make sure everything is blended really well before I go into my Morphe palette. And I'm going to take that emerald green looking shade. I don't know what it's called at the moment. But I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to go into that shade and start packing it on, pack it on really good before you start blending it out, because you want to make sure you get all the color payoff that you're looking for before you start to blend. So once I'm satisfied with that, then I go back into that brown and I blend that shade in with the green. So you just blend the edge of the green and the edge of the brown together so that they can blend seamlessly and you don't have harsh lines. It's not a good look to have harsh lines with makeup. So blend until you cannot blend anymore. So now I'm going to go into the Makeup Revolution palette, and I'm going to go into that green shade that kind of looks green and sparkly. But before I do that, I'm going to take and put some more of that L'Oreal concealer, and I'm going to tap it where I want that green to go, and I'm going to blend it out with this brush. This is going to ensure that I get a really good color payoff in that area that I'm about to put the eyeshadow. So once I finish blending out that other concealer, I'm going to take this brush and go into that green in the Makeup Revolution and start packing it on to the inner corner of my eyelid. But as you can see, it's not really giving me the color payoff that I would like. I keep trying to like pack it on, but it's really not coming out like I like. I'm not sure if it was the color. I'm not sure if it was the brush. So I decided to try a new brush. Here you see me trying the new brush, and it's giving me a little bit more payoff. So I'm getting the payoff that I want with this new brush. So I continue to pack that color on, and as I'm packing it on, I am slowly starting to blend it in with that other green so that those greens can blend seamlessly. I really thought this color was going to be more of a shimmery kind of color, but it's not really giving me that payoff. So I just continue to go with it and see what I get at the end. So now I'm taking that brush that I used the brown color, and I'm blending it with the green. You want to make sure that you blend very well and you can't tell where one color started and the other one ended. Once I make sure that's blended to my liking, I'm going to go back into that P. Louise palette, into that white shimmery looking color right there, and I'm going to pack it into the front corners of my eyelids. I love to pack a light color in the front corners of my eyelids because it gives the eye a pop. No matter what eye look that you're doing, if you pop a light color in the front, it's going to make that eye pop. As I keep saying, blend, blend, blend. Make sure all the colors are blended seamlessly. That is what makes the makeup look amazing. So now I'm going to go into my NYX black eyeliner gel, and I prefer to use eyeliner gel more than I do maybe like the liquid ones or a pencil, because it gives me more control. So when it comes to eyeliner, if you're having trouble using a liquid one, or if you don't like using a pencil, try using a gel liner with a brush, and that will give you more control in order to achieve the look that you're looking for. Here you're going to see me take that black eyeliner and put a little bit in the front corners of my eyes, and that just makes it give a little sharp line in the front. I like a sharp line. Hey, Kyra.Kimberly Beauty. This is my lash line, guys. My lash line is called Kyra.Kimberly Beauty. I sell lashes. And I also have glue, although in this video I'm using Duo because I didn't have my glue yet, but I have my glue now. So I need y'all to shop Kyra.KimberlyBeauty.com and get your lashes and your glue and your tweezers, y'all. By the way, the technique that you see me doing is putting the glue on my lash line so that it can warm up before I put the lashes on. This has been like a savior for me when it comes to putting on lashes, because I used to put the glue onto the lash and then wait for it to dry, but now I take and put the glue on my lid so that the heat from my eyelid can warm the glue, and then I just place the lash on as you see me about to do now, and it sticks. You can adjust it, but you have to make sure that you wait until the glue is clear and then adjust it fast, because once it dries, it's pretty hard to adjust that lash. All right, so once I make sure those lashes are on and secure, I'm gonna go into my Fit Me foundation, and I'm gonna show you right there the numbers. And what I do is I take the darker shade and I put it like on my lower cheekbones, my chin, around my lip, and I spread that out, as well as on my forehead, my upper forehead. And then once I complete that, I go into the next shade and I put it directly under my eyelids and on my forehead, my lower forehead, in between my eyebrows, and on my nose and above my lip. And doing that helps kind of blend the colors in seamlessly, and it gives me more of a realistic tone to my face and foundation. And here I am cleaning up my brows with that lighter shade, but it's not as light as the concealer that I used for my eyeshadows, so that it can look more natural and blend in with the foundation. So now I'm gonna take this really big beauty blender that I got from Ulta Beauty. I really like it. It helps me blend my foundation really good and really fast, instead of tapping 1,000 times with the smaller one. I really like the bigger one for foundation application. So if you guys are looking for this, I got it from Ulta Beauty Store. Once I finish blending out that foundation seamlessly, I'm going to go into that L'Oreal concealer and start to place it all the places that I want to give a very good highlight. Once I get that concealer in all the places that I would like to highlight, I take a smaller beauty blender and I tap it in. Tap, tap, tap in. After I blend my concealer, I always take the foundation blender and I just go back in and make sure everything is blended really seamlessly. I don't want any harsh lines on my foundation from the concealer. So I'm just taking that beauty blender and make sure everything blends beautifully. So once I make sure that's blended, I'm gonna go into my Sacha Buttercup powder, and this is a setting powder that I use to put on all the areas that I want highlighted, and I want to make sure that it stays mattified. I want to make sure that it looks crisp and clean and gives me a long lasting makeup look all day long. I usually have oily skin, so I love this setting powder because it helps keep down the oil. My skin is not that oily now because it's the winter time, but definitely in the summer, this powder is the holy grail. So while that is sitting or baking, I'm gonna go into my powder foundation and I'm gonna dust that on all the areas that are not highlighted, and then I'm gonna dust off the highlight with that powder as well. This is gonna help set my foundation, but also blend that setting powder in and make everything look well blended and seamless together. You have to blend out that setting powder so that you don't look crazy. So the way that you do that is you take a foundation color powder and you just blend it on in and dust off the setting powder as you're blending it in to the rest of your face. Once I finish dusting that off, I'm gonna take a darker foundation powder to do my contour. And I just put that right there on the top of my cheekbones. I kind of smile to give me a guideline as to where I wanna put that darker shade to give me a little bit more dimension in my face. I also take and put a little bit at the top of my forehead to give that a little bit of a contour as well. But I mainly put it on my cheekbones to kind of give some depth there and make my cheekbones pop. Next, I'm gonna take that foundation color and contour my nose. And you wanna blend that really, really good up into kind of like your eyebrows and into your eyeshadow. That gives it a very sculpted, contoured look. Here you see me adding a little bit more of that setting powder to the top of my nose because I really want it to look sharp. I really want to snatch that nose like I just came off the table for surgery, honey, okay? So now we're going to get into the lips. I always take a paper towel and wipe the foundation or powder off of my lips before I begin. And then I take a pencil and I line my lips really, really good. Sometimes I overline them so that they could be a little bit more full looking. But today I'm just going to do the regular lining of my lip. Once I finish lining my lips really good, I rub them together and then I place whatever lipstick I want in the center of it, and then I pat my lips together to make sure all of that is blended in well and add more where I see I need a little bit more. And in this video, I'm going to use Fenty Beauty lip gloss. I usually don't use lip gloss. I kind of like a matte look. But today, I kind of felt like I wanted to be a little glossy with it. So now I'm just gonna do the finishing touches to my makeup. I wanna make sure I dust all that powder off and make sure that my nose is snatched the way that I like it. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you come back and watch me do another one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, honey, and visit www.Kyra.Kimberlybeauty.com for your lashes. Bye, see you next time.